Welcome to the Positivity Project. I'm Gail Morrison from Pulse Accountants, and we have created a series of short interviews with local business people with the hope of spreading some positivity in the business community. So with me today is Ethan Phillips from Empire Coffee Roasters. I've known Ethan for a few years now. He owns and runs a cafe in Pirramai and serves the best coffee in town. So we're going to start with a few questions with how Ethan is getting on with the lockdown. So Ethan, do you want to start by telling us a little bit about your business before lockdown, perhaps?
Thanks, Gail, and hi guys. So Empire Coffee Roasters, we're a coffee roasting company based in Napier. We have been operating for 3 to 4 years now as a coffee roasting service, and almost 2 years ago I opened up our first cafe in the Pirramai area, moved our full operation there. So basically we were a 6-day-a-week cafe operation and coffee roasting company, wholesaling and retailing coffee to New Zealand, and now we're here.
And now we're here, yeah. So how has your business adapted to being in lockdown, and what are you doing differently to what you're doing before? Obviously, I can imagine everything is different.
Absolutely is, Gail. Basically, when we got told that we're moving to alert level 2, we started preparing for alert level 3. We expected to have about 8-9 days before that happened, and then obviously it was 2 days later and we got told it's not just going to be alert level 3, it's going to be alert level 4. For us, basically what that means is everything shut down. Our wholesale clients all shut down, so our wholesale side of our coffee roasting company shut down. The cafe closed, so we officially had the cafe closed on as of that Monday when we found out that we were moving to alert level 3, because there was when you're dealing with perishable stock and stuff such as food for the cafe, it makes it hard only being open for 2 days, and we needed time to pack down and secure the premises. And our online store closed. So basically we went from still doing reasonably well in regards to sales and revenue to having zilch come through. Now, since then, Thursday, April the 1st, we are now classified as a whole food provider, so that's allowed us to reopen our online store, which is great. So that means that we're actually selling something, and we're seeing a lot more online orders than we've ever seen before, which is fantastic. But it's completely, for us, we're a brick and mortar store basically, and so we haven't lost, we've just stopped. And there's not much we can do about that, to be fair. So so it's just really, it's taking each day at a time, each day at a time, and just seeing where we're at and how things go.
And I think I've seen you guys being really active on Facebook as well, not only just sort of advertising that your online shop's open, but also, just being front of mind and just keeping your name out there.
I think this is the thing, I've talked to a lot of cafe owners, a lot of business owners over the last 2 weeks, and people are freaking out, and what do we do? What do we do at this time? How do we work on our business in this time? And you can sit there and you can do all your continuity plans and all the background stuff that you should be doing anyway, but you still got to keep up that face. People expect you to be an entertainer, and especially when you're in the hospitality business, you are an entertainment service. One of the best descriptions I've ever been given of the hospitality industry is when you walk in and you buy your coffee, you're paying for a ticket to a circus. Everything else around you, everything else in relation to that business and that cafe and that site is what you're buying that ticket for. It's the atmosphere and the customer service and the interaction. And that doesn't stop when you leave the door. It's your social media as well. And so, social media is one of the fastest growing and easiest to use form of advertising for a business, there is no reason for people to stop now. You've got to push it. You just got to keep going with it and keep your name, keep your brand in people's minds, so that when things do drop to alert level 3 or alert level 2, people are ready and people want to get back to see you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so this is probably a little bit of a random question for right now, but what's the best thing that has come out of being in lockdown for you so far?
Family time. Probably be as I said, we're a 6-day open cafe. We operate 7 days a week, if you account in our wholesale and roasting side of things. So we don't stop, and that doesn't take into account things like paperwork and so on and so forth. That still has to be done, and any other business owner will know that paperwork is 80% of your time. So family time is definitely up there. I mean, I've been able to get time to do a few of my own hobbies, work on getting a few side hustles sorted. But it's even just having downtime. I mean, when you're in this industry, or even as a business owner, you don't get a break. Small businesses, you don't get a break. It's very rare to get holidays, and even then, you're still working. Even when you're on holiday, you're still answering calls, you're still dealing with emails. So in a way, it's as close to a holiday as a lot of business owners have probably ever had, without actually being a holiday and being able to go away.
So we'll be having a long weekend in the middle of our holiday this weekend.
Exactly. I have not decided yet whether we're going to go away to the kitchen or go away to the laundry this weekend. The options are still there.
Perfect. So what do you think the world will look like for businesses after the crisis, or after the lockdown, because the crisis may go on?
Very different. For small business in New Zealand, anyway. I mean, I don't know I can't really judge in regards to international business. I can't really judge in regards to sort of export style business. But for small business in New Zealand, I think it will be very different. The reality is, and it's a harsh reality, but we're going to see a lot of businesses close, regardless of the support that's out there, regardless of what capital they may have access to. We're going to see a lot of businesses close, and that could be a financial reason. That could be owners just not being able to get themselves through to the next level and next day, and it won't just be during this period of time that we're in lockdown. I mean, I know of cafes and such that shut their doors prior to the lockdown because the impact that they had taken in the tourism trade had cost them too much. But we will see a ripple effect going forward in the next 12 months, even up to 18 months. So it will look very different. I mean, for the hospitality sector, we're talking an expectation of probably 40 to 50% of hospitality businesses closing because of COVID, and closing completely. And there's just not anything you can do about it. And that's the thing. I mean, you can do the best you can. You can do continuity plans and find funds here and there and use the wage subsidies that have been provided and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, a lot of us won't make it through. And I know that sounds quite negative in itself, but it's actually quite a freeing realization when you sit down and you think about it. That especially knowing that you're not alone in this process, that it's not just your business that's struggling, it's everyone, and everyone is in this together, whether we want to be or not. But I think consumers will change as well. And I think that's something that we have to recognise is, I think for the most part, people's consumer mindset will change. What they spend their money on will change. What's important to them will change. And hopefully we'll see it more as a change of people heading towards experience as opposed to, I want to say assets, but things. So people spending more money on taking the family to the cinema than just going and buying a new TV because they want one in the bedroom sort of thing. But I think you'll see a lot of people are a lot more conscious about what they spend as well. So in our industry, as opposed to being a 2-cup of coffee a day person, you might become a 1 cup of coffee a day person. And these are things that we just have to prepare.
Yeah, Yeah, totally agree. So just lastly, what is your top tip for staying positive throughout the lockdown?
Um,
You can have more than
top
one
tip,
top tip.
I I don't. It's hard because I think it goes back to what I said just before, and it's coming to that. As harsh as it sounds, it's coming to that realization that you can do the best that you possibly can during this process, but that doesn't guarantee the end results. And that's the reality is that's business anyway. I mean, we go into businesses with risk. We go into business hoping on, well, not necessarily hoping on a career, but hoping on a career. There's always a chance that we will fail. And that's always been in play. It hasn't changed for anyone. It's never been any different. We've just got a completely different climate. And so I think for a lot of people, they need to take one day at a time. They need to look for the little things, the little positivities. I mean, looking at your bank account and suddenly wage subsidies come through. I mean, the last thing anybody wants is to be money. Well, I suppose getting money from the government's not too bad, but like suddenly seeing it there, it's a win, it's a positive, and it's looking at those little positives. It's getting a message from your staff member saying, "Hey, I'm checking in on you. How are you guys doing today?" Just realizing that actually you're more than just an employer. It's things like that. It's looking at those little things because at the end of the day, that's what we've got right now. We've got our family and we've got those little moments, and it's the only way we're going to get through. And we're going to deal with stuff during this period of time that we don't want to deal with, and we're going to have to face some harsh realities at the end of it. But if we can hold on to those little things, that's what will get people.
Yeah, I agree. It's a real slowdown in the lifestyle, and just a lot of people showing gratitude for the little things that before, we really were taking for granted. So thank you, Ethan. And hopefully we've given everyone some good positive ideas for their own businesses, and maybe a positive vibe. So from the team at Pulse Accountants, stay safe, stay positive, and stay home. Thank you. Thanks, Ethan.
Thanks guys, and thank you, Gail.